Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video on HTML tutorial for beginners series, and in this video we are going to discuss about HTML elements and nested HTML elements, the concept of never skipping the end tag and the empty HTML elements, and HTML element is not case sensitive. So first we'll talk about the HTML element. So HTML element is everything from the start tag to the end tag. So something like this we can say. As you have seen in my previous video, it has a start tag followed by the content and the end tag. This is a basic format of HTML element, and 90% of the HTML element will have this syntax. There are few exceptions to this that we will see in the upcoming topics. So for now, you can safely assume that HTML element will follow this format. And what is nested HTML element? So nested HTML element is nothing but an HTML element contain another HTML element, then that is called as nested HTML element. So let me show you a quick example. So this is HTML element having a tag name HTML, and this contains two nested elements, which is head and body, and title is another HTML element which is nested inside the head tag. And this is the concept of a nested HTML element. And never skip the end tag. In any tag, if you remove the end tag, most of the time it should work perfectly fine, but that is not the ideal practice. So let me show you. I'm removing the h1 tag from here, saving the file, and I'm starting the server. And if you look at here, we can see the large heading is rendered properly. So basically it worked fine if you skip the end tag, but that is not a recommended practice. So always ensure that you have a start tag, content and end tag. Then we will discuss about empty HTML element. So empty HTML element is a type of element which doesn't have any content or closing tag. So the best example is line break. So this is the HTML tag name for a line break, and if you use that, it will add a line break in your document. So for example, let's say I want to insert a line break between h1 to h2. I'm adding a br statement, saving the file, then starting the server again. And if you see here, there is a line break inserted. So this is an example of empty HTML element which contain no content inside the HTML tag name, and this is called, and this line break is a best example of empty HTML element. So next is HTML is not case sensitive. For example, you don't need to use a small case always. You can also use uppercase as well, and this should work perfectly fine. Let me show you. So if you see that a large heading is generated properly even if I use the uppercase, but it is always recommended to use the small case in your HTML file, and even W3C also recommend using lowercase. And that's it about this video. I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.